Canadian actor Rick Moranis disappeared from Hollywood more than 2 decades ago, and has recently emerged after appearing in a commercial with fellow Canadian and Moranis fanboy Ryan Reynolds. So, to go along with the comedy actor's re-emergence into the limelight, I figured it's time to shed some light on his career with 5 facts you never knew about Rick Moranis. Back before Moranis was starring in big Hollywood movies, he got his start in show business on the Canadian comedy sketch show SCTV. He joined the cast in 1980, and in that same year, the show was required by law to produce 2 minutes of identifiably Canadian content. So to poke fun at the mandate, Moranis and fellow co-star Dave Thomas created a 2-minute sketch based on 2 brothers, Doug and Bob McKenzie, who are the embodiment of Canadian stereotypes. Surprisingly though, the sketch was a huge success, which led to the creation of the film Strange Brew that was based on the 2 McKenzie brothers, and was co-written and directed by Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas. Riding on the success of Strange Brew, Rick Moranis was featured in a string of big-budget Hollywood films in the 1980s, but tragedy struck the actor's family while he was making Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, when he found out his wife was diagnosed with breast cancer, which she eventually died of in 1991 at the age of 35, leaving Rick to raise his 2 kids on his own. Out of respect for his kids, he decided not to remarry, and continued to make movies in the 1990s, with notable appearances in The Flintstones, Little Giants, and 2 more Honey, I Shrunk the Kids sequels. But in 1997, the Canadian comedy star decided to put his acting career on the back burner to raise his kids full-time, in order to give them a more normal, at-home family life. Despite what many headlines might lead you to believe, Rick Moranis never officially retired from acting. The actor admitted that after he finished filming Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, he decided to take a break, but it wasn't intended to be an official retirement. He just decided to be more picky about the work he got involved in. The projects he did choose to do were mainly in voiceover roles, such as teaming up again with Dave Thomas and Disney's Brother Bear to lend their unique brand of Canadian stereotyped humor as the Moose characters Took and Rut. Aside from voiceover work, Rick Moranis made 2 comedy albums during his time away from Hollywood. The 2015 album, My Mother's Brisket and Other Love Songs, was based on his Jewish upbringing, and Moranis' 2005 country album, The Agoraphobic Cowboy, started as a project he did for fun, and it surprisingly got nominated for a Grammy in 2006 for Best Comedic Album. But that wasn't the first time he was nominated for a Grammy. The first was back in 1983 for his comedic album Great White North that he made with Dave Thomas based on the McKenzie brothers. Despite spending more than 20 years away from the public spotlight, Rick Moranis still continues to receive offers to appear in mainstream TV and movie productions. In 2015, he was offered a cameo role in the all-female Ghostbusters remake to appear along many of his other co-stars from the original 1984 film. But he respectfully declined, saying, "I wish them well, but it just makes no sense to me. Why would I do just 1 day of shooting on something I did 30 years ago?" Well, it seems he has changed his mind, because in 2018 he reprised his role as the Spaceballs villain, Lord Dark Helmet, for an episode of The Goldbergs. And in February of 2020, the announcement was made that he agreed to appear once again as Wayne Selinsky for Disney's reboot of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, titled Shrunk, that will reunite Moranis with the series' original director Joe Johnston, and will bring on Josh Gad to star as Wayne's 40-year-old son Nick, who accidentally shrinks his own kids like his father did before him. If you'd like to see more videos like this about other celebrities, let me know in the comments below. And make sure to click a video on the screen to discover some amazing fun facts about your favorite films.